Hey guys, Mill here with another video. Today's video is a little bit different. We're taking a look in the past to talk about this very special game at Madison Square Garden. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. It was June 5th in the year 1994, and the Knicks were playing a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were playing against none other than the Indiana Pacers, who had Reggie Miller in his prime. First of all, this was a very intense series. The Knicks took a 2-0 lead in this matchup, but then the Indiana Pacers went on to win 3 consecutive games, putting the Knicks down 3-2. Luckily, they were able to win Game 6, which led to this infamous Game 7 at MSG. This crowd was so electric and amplified. They so badly wanted to see their team get to the finals for the first time since the 70s. For anyone that was at that game, you can definitely vouch for how crazy and excited the crowd was. I mean, just take a listen for it yourself. Here's a clip. Patrick Ewing had an extremely dominant game with 24 points, 22 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. That is a crazy stat line. I feel like in today's NBA, you rarely see guys put up an all-around stat line like that, especially from a center, excluding Jokic, of course. But Ewing was just that great. He was basically doing it all, but he also had a lot of help from his teammates like John Starks, who had 17 points, Charles Oakley with 14, Derek Harper with 16, and Anthony Mason off the bench with 12. Rest in peace, of course. Now, although Reggie Miller had it going this entire series, including one game where he had a 25-point fourth quarter, and another game where he scored 8 points in 9 seconds, this wasn't his best game. If you look at the box score, you'll see that he scored 25 points, but in reality, he wasn't shooting that well, especially towards the end of the game. He shot 7 for 17, and at one point he missed 6 consecutive shots. It was still a close game though. Both teams were going back and forth, and it was getting physical. Every time there was a loose ball, you'd see players diving all over the court to get it, and the crowd hyping them up. The last minute of the game was extremely intense. Indiana had the ball with 40 seconds to go, and they made a quick shot under the basket. There were so many switches going on. Reggie was trying to get free, and it created confusion under the basket on who was guarding who. The quick pass caught Ewing off guard, and he couldn't make it back in time to block the shot, although he did try. The Knicks get the ball with about 35 seconds left. Starks is handling the ball, he's dribbling, and he finds an opening on the way to the basket. He goes in for a layup, and he misses the shot. The ball rolls to the front of the rim, and there's Patrick Ewing to dunk it back in. This play won the Knicks the game. Although there's more that I'm going to tell that happened at the end of the game, this play did it. This will be remembered as one of Ewing's greatest plays, that he was there at the right time to put that shot back in. This put the Knicks back up by 1, and of course the crowd went wild. Fast forward to there being 9 seconds left in the game, Indiana has the ball and they need a basket. They eventually find Reggie for a long 2, and he misses badly. It looked like an air ball. Now, they weren't even completely out of this game yet, but here comes the crazy part. The Knicks are inbounding the ball to John Starks, and Reggie goes to foul, but there's just a little bit too much contact, and he gets called for a flagrant. He couldn't believe it. You see the look on his face, and he thinks there's no way that's a flagrant. Maybe a little controversial. I've heard some things that this shouldn't have been a flagrant, that Starks did a little bit of acting, but that's what was called. Starks goes 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and that puts the Knicks up by 4 with just 3 seconds left in the game. Pacers missed their final shot, and the Knicks end up winning this game and the series, leading them to their first finals appearance since 1973. This game, specifically the moment when Ewing dunked the shot back in, will go down as one of the greatest moments in Knicks history. As someone who didn't get to experience this live, I love looking back on these clips because the 90s Knicks were truly special. Although the Knicks didn't end up winning the championship, they lost the finals to the Rockets, this series will always be remembered. If you got to witness this live, whether on TV or if you were actually at the game, please comment down below what it was like to witness this. And if you're like me, someone who wasn't born before this time and got to see this, well, I hope you enjoyed listening to this game recap.